Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Dan, Daniel Hutchins. Yeah, we're back again. Yes, we're back again. Back again on my secondary channel. Yes, the secondary channel. So what does that mean? Well, we're taking a little break from HHP. Yes, HHP, the original HHP. And we're going over to my second HHP. HHP number 2. So we're going to be posting a little bit more on HHP 2. But we're still going to be posting on HHP. So don't worry. But anyway, we're going to be returning back to HHP, the original, hopefully on Monday. But right now, we are on HHP number 2. Not to get confused with HHP. Okay, so what are we doing? We are outside. My dad just took his 1:30 shower. My mom's making some chicken pot pie for dinner. I hopped on my computer, played a little bit of Yo World. And try to see what's going on in Yo World. And yeah. So yeah. I guess everything on Yo World was going pretty good. Given that no Yo World is now owned by Big Viking. They're not owned by Zynga. They're owned by Big Viking. But yeah, I've been going back on there. I'm a level 12. I'm trying to get to level 13. Hopefully by the end of this week. But again, I just need to make sure I log in. I get my daily coins. And, I buy stuff for my house. Or houses. Yeah, plural houses. Because the object of Yo World is simple. All you have to do is you own properties and you socialize. It's kind of like a Sims. You own properties and you socialize. It's kind of like a hub for that type of stuff. I've been playing it ever since I was a kid. But, like I said, gotta keep that nostalgic. Gotta keep the nostalgia. Somebody left a cookie right in the dog park. It's got bugs all over it. Yuck. So I chucked it into the woods. But anyway, yeah. So we're out here with Dallas the puppy. Yeah, as you see, he's looking at that fallen tree stuff. But anyway, oh yeah. Mom and Dave are still watching lots of movies. And, with all this time off that my mom has because, the bad weather conditions, I get a little more flex time, which is, I guess, kind of nice. But anyway, there's not really much comic book information from where I can say. There's not really much anything going on with comic books. Right now, the Batman is still in delay. Yes, Batman is still in delay. And Spider-Man's not going to be starting the film until the summer. And Superman is pretty much already done. It just has to go to the theater. And as far as everything else, the rest of the universe, not really anything. Star Wars doesn't really have anything in the universe this year. And so Star Wars universe is actually very significantly smaller this year because they're trying to save up for next year. Because next year is supposed to be the big Star Wars resurgence. Like I said, Star Wars resurgence is 2026. That's when they were supposed to be getting the next live action film. But anyway, so Star Wars is going kind of light this year. Marvel is, up to their own game, and DC is still in rebuild. So yeah, it's not really going to be expected to be that many projects this year yet again, because look at what happened the last few years. The last few years there weren't really any good projects anyway, aside from maybe 1 or 2 shows and maybe a good movie. But aside from that, there's not been really much demand in comic book industry right now because the comic book industry is struggling. We're just struggling to try to keep up with the stuff we do have. So it's like, okay, so like there's only so much updates and so many information that you can get from said source until you've almost exhausted every good part of that source. It's like, oh, now what's there to talk about? Oh, nothing. Because everything's either in project write-in, or is still being write-in, or is getting written, or whatever. So it's not like there's a drastic pressure on people's shoulders right now when it comes to this type of entertainment, because like I said, from the very beginning of my Hutchins Hut journey, I have been documenting all sorts of things. I started off from the very beginning. I started from the bottom, just like Drake did. I started from the bottom. I made everything from photo slideshows with music all the way evolved into discussions and vlogs and blogs and stuff that I do today. So there's really not much more of the story to say. Now, if you've been rocking with me for all these 11 years, then shout out to you. But if you haven't, that's understandable as well. So again, I try to welcome all people in all different walks of life. But like I said, it's whether you're new to the Hutchins Hut, we want to welcome you. And if you're not new and you've been here rocking with me for 11 years, then give yourself a special pat on the back, because you guys need to have more support. And I appreciate y'all's support, and I want to see more communication across the table. But anyway, for all those people who've been rocking with me for 11 years, who are subscribers on every channel, special bonus shout out to all of you. So, just so we're on the same page. But as far as on if the other channels will get updated, they probably will, but they're just kind of in a state of homeostasis right now. They're kind of in hibernated mode right now. So there's not really a desperate need to go on to them right now, because in case one channel hits the fan, I have another one. And then it filled out when I have another one. So, like I said, it's the same thing I do with all my other social media, like Instagram and Facebook and everything else. You need to have a backup for the backup. And if that backup is down, you need another backup. So like I said, studying and networking and telecommunications technology, which is a fancy way of saying telecom, I have kind of learned from experience and from my desperate experiences that I do have to back up my things. I do have to have a cloud. I do have to have a storage space. I do have to have a hard drive. And I need to be able to be sure and be guaranteed that for dang sure that I will have my stuff up in the cloud or somewhere up in cyberspace, so that anyone tries to track who Daniel Hutchins is, they know it's me. So again, not worry any bit at all. Not worrying any bit at all. But again, like I said, this is why we have folks like the FBI. This is why we have the CIA. This is why we have the government watching everybody's activity on computers. This is because you don't know what's going to go down, and if people are doing something they're not supposed to, they're going to be tracked. That's pretty simple. A good buddy of mine, Justin Fisher, is a cybersecurity expert. He knows that stuff. My sister's also studied a lot of cybersecurity, so she knows a lot about that stuff. But again, like I said, always got to keep your friends and family and close friends closest to you, so that way if you're ever in a jam and you can't get yourself out, you have those contacts, you have those close friends, you have those other friends, you have your family members, biological or step or extended. You have that family source, so that way you're able to be like, hey, I'm in a jam, can you help me out? But then again, like I said, it's all just part of the game. It's a game of life, my friend. It's the game of life. So it's like you need to be sure and be double sure that you have who you have rocking with you by your side, so then That way you're able to guarantee that you are safe whenever you're in a jam or something or whatever. So, yeah. But again, like always, I want to always close out with a yeah buddy, a yeah buddy, a yeah buddy. And make sure if you aren't subscribed to the Hutchins Huts, make sure you subscribe to the Hutchins Hut. I'm looking desperately for more people to follow me on the trail as Hutchins Hut and Hutchins Hut Productions. As we begin to try to grow our community, we want to remember the most important thing of all: always have a positive attitude in life and always support that comic book universe. And as always, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy. And as a send off, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me all these years, and I only hope that you guys will continue to rock with me, because we need this to be communicated across the world, that we want to make Hutchins Hut a welcoming place.